going to the Hollywood Bowl tonight to see The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is going to be awesome.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's up, Freccero fam? Welcome back to my channel where I like to explore everything that life has to offer. Getting ready with some drinks and watching some J-Rose 11 Pokemon. And now, gotta get ready. Step 1, face paint complete. Yeah. Woo. And we also got the mask, of course, but I don't want to like mess up the makeup. We got the mask, and then of course, the gloves. And this is the full costume. Yeah. Kind of weird to see out of this though, but yeah. Alright, so we just got to Culver City. I can take the shuttle to the Hollywood Bowl. This is my first time ever going there, so I don't know exactly how this works. Well, let's see. Alright, so let's see how this works. It's wild. So this is pretty cool. My first time here, like I said. But even cooler, look at the moon kind of like creeping over the hills right now. So it looks cooler in person. The Hollywood Bowl was awesome. First off, gotta say, that show was phenomenal. I do wish I could have played some of the actual live footage in terms of the sound. Super unfortunate, because as you can imagine with YouTube and copyright reasons, I unfortunately cannot risk it. But I gotta say, the performance was super unique. So taking a step back, talking about the Hollywood Bowl, this was my first time ever going. The first thing is we drove to Culver City to get on a shuttle that took us to the Hollywood Bowl. I do suggest doing that. I think it's so convenient. It was also kind of fun. I don't know what it is sometimes. I don't know if this is just me, where sometimes when I'm going to a show, there's something about the ride there that's just as much fun as the show itself, especially if you're with a lot of other people going to the same show. So I got on the bus, of course, I dressed up as Jack Skellington. Got on the bus, met a bunch of people. We were all talking about the show. I was saying, oh, it's my first time going to the Hollywood Bowl. And after getting there, as you can see from the footage, the entire arena was massive and incredibly beautiful. A couple things I will say as some unique pro tips is, one, you can bring some items with you depending on the show. I always suggest to look into this, because one huge unique thing about the Hollywood Bowl is you're typically allowed to bring in, like, say, a bottle of wine, maybe like a charcuterie board or something like that. Basically, think of it like you're almost going to a picnic in a sense. With this show, you couldn't. So typically you can bring a bottle of wine, which is kind of nice. Like, say if you want to bring your own outside alcohol, bring it into the show, have some drinks, have some maybe like, I call them like finger food or snacks or whatever, and watch a great show. With this show, you couldn't. So like I said, some shows you can bring in outside alcohol, other ones you cannot, and this is one that unfortunately you couldn't. Another big pro tip I'm gonna say, and I think this is true for any concert venue, but I just gotta say, I was blown away by this. Definitely eat and maybe have some drinks beforehand, especially if you cannot bring in outside alcohol. The alcohol there was very expensive in addition to the food. I know I'm probably being Captain Obvious right now, but I might as well talk about the prices. I got the pulled pork sandwich with tax and tip and everything, I think it came to like $18 or $19, which is insane. And then when it comes to the drink prices, they're just as outrageous. I think the cheapest glass of wine I saw at Anne's Wine Bar was like $22. For a tall boy Modelo, which is technically or usually 24 ounces, so you're getting 2 beers, you're looking at about $18-ish, right? I got the hard kombucha because I did the math out and I was like, all right, this is probably the best like bang for my buck. That was still $16 for that can. If I were to buy it at the store, it would probably be like $5. As you all know, this is concert pricing where things are just insanely expensive. But in case you're curious, yes, things there are definitely heavily inflated. But I gotta say though, now getting into the show itself, The Nightmare Before Christmas was ridiculous. I remember watching that movie like on repeat when I was younger. And what's awesome is they had Danny Elfman there among a lot of other famous actors, voice actors, performers, and so on. And what I really liked what they did is, because I wasn't too sure what they were going to do. I wasn't too sure exactly how they're going to portray the movie. What they did though is they had the movie playing on the screens and they pretty much just recreated almost everything in the movie for the orchestra when it comes to the music and the soundtrack itself. But then in addition, they had all the voice actors on the big parts of the movie doing all the voices and everything absolutely live. So it was really cool to kind of see and hear not only the entire soundtrack, which is obviously phenomenal when it comes to the movie of The Nightmare Before Christmas live, but it was also awesome to hear the voice actors not only singing, but then replicating and doing all the lines again. Gotta say, for my first time going to the Hollywood Bowl, that was amazing, from the venue, how beautiful it was. All of the performers were insanely talented and everything. And of course, got to dress up and everything. What a show.